How's it going, lads? Phil Potter here, and welcome to the 26th episode of Road to a Better Bollocks FC. Now, as you can see, I am buying myself a few little players for my new squad, which was suggested by Luke Mulcahy. So thanks for that, Luke. The link to his Foothead link will be in the description below, so if you could give that a few likes to help him get a bit of karma on Foothead, that would be absolutely class. I'd really appreciate that. Now, before we get bollocks deep into today's episode, if you're looking for some extremely cheap Ultimate Team coins, PSN codes, Microsoft points, any of that good stuff, then make sure you check out the gamekeys.co.uk. Their link will be in the description, and if you use the discount code Phil, you get a further 5% off, which is absolutely class. They'll also be doing some giveaways on their Facebook page, so make sure you check that out too. Now, this team, my new team, has got loads of 4-star skillers and that beautiful Portuguese right-footed 5-star skilling monster. So I'm absolutely delighted to use Nani. I haven't used them yet, so you know, it was nice. Get the balls tingling, as I like to say, you know. Now, this guy, his team didn't look great at first glance, but when you delve past the shite, you see that he actually has a few good little players like Boney and Carroll up front. They're good for scoring those horrible, dirty, ugly goals, you know. And he also has that Belgian bollocks in behind them, Kevin De Bruyne, who we all know he's like a hidden gem in this game. But wait to have a look at this. Nani misses an open goal pretty much, and I swear to God, I would have had a better shot on goal if I had whipped me, just kind of swung me Mickey at the ball, you know what I mean? But to be fair, he puts a nice passing move together and goes 2-1 up, and then I was kind of going, oh shite. You know, that was a nice move, to be fair to him. But I started piling on the pressure, and Axel Witsel with a beautiful turn and a beautiful save from his goalkeeper. But from that corner, we do get a header, and his keeper makes another fantastic save. And this is where the look of the Irish shines through. Nani with an absolute beautiful, I'll just nick that off you and trip up. Beautiful stuff. And Axel Witsel takes the penalty, and look at me, I must have shot myself. I was nowhere near the green when I took that penalty, but thank God I scored it anyway. And this is where I am a true bottler, right? I should have just opened up my body and hit it into the back of the net, but instead I tried to sweat it, and the player I tried to sweat it to was offside, so I just made absolute bollocks of it, and we draw 2-2. So I probably should have just won that 3-2, but you know, I can't complain. I was lucky enough to get the penalty and all that. But anyway, I decided to use my Brazilian team this game. I like mixing it up every single game, picking a different team, you know what I mean? So the Brazilians are they're my go-to team at the moment, you know. I tell you all the time how much I love them, and I do, I'm not lying. But the next team you come up against here is a 4-3-3 false 9 kind of a team. I've used this formation before, and I find it's all about the strength of your wingers, you know. So he's got Lucas and Osvaldo on the wings. There's a lot of pace, and Lucas is a very good player as well, you know. So, you know, I knew this was going to be a challenge, and he has that Leandro Damio lad to swing it into. Now, somehow I got a penalty for this. Now, I don't know where the penalty is there, but I'll absolutely take it. And to be fair, it's a much nicer penalty than an Axel Witsel penalty right in the side net, and there's no keeper saving that. Now, wait to have a look at this. If I had scored this, I would have pulled myself asunder, you know, as I'm sure a lot of you lads would have too. But anyway, it is time to introduce that man. Once again, his name begins with a D and ends with an umbo. That is right. Come on, Dikembe, take it away, baby.
Not in my house.
It's a super save from Julio Cesar. And now have a look at this. Maicon, my right back, doing some incredible damage down the wing. Unfortunately, the shot was as weak as bejesus. It was like a pea roller, you know, absolutely terrible. But as you can see, we're all over him in the first half. Really, he had a lot of shots, but you know, he wasn't really penetrating me, you know. But I have to excuse the next 30 seconds of this video because it's all dirty ugliness. Now, if you wanted to see this filthiness, you'd like watch Japanese anal eel porn or something, but instead you're watching me, and that's fine, right? But look at all these headers. You're after seeing 3 headers in the space of a few seconds, so I apologise for that. But in the 93rd minute, we'd say, Bernard breaks through after an absolutely quality ball from Ronaldinho, and he shows just how cool, calm and collected this little man is. Look at that beautiful finish in the 90th minute to win the game. I was absolutely delighted with that, because it is Division 2 and it's a little bit sweatier and that, you know. So I was delighted to get the win. We've got three games now to win Division 2. I hope we can do it. There's only one way to find out. Stay bleeding tuned. But we transition over here now to our Argentinian team, and I'm still not convinced with Higuain. If I am to get rid of Higuain, who do I get in to replace him? I don't know. Leave a suggestion below. But anyway, we come up against a guy with Benteke up front, and that can mean one thing. Yes, he scored a header in the 15th minute with him, and you know, I was just pissed off. Nothing you can do about it, you know. But Zarate here, beautiful stuff, and a lovely little finish into the far corner. As Matt HD Gamer calls him, the cheap Messi. I wouldn't say he's that good, but he is. He's a good quality player, you know. Now Riquelme with the slowest skills you'll ever see, but he actually breaks through, and a super finish. He's one of those players. There are a couple of players in this game who what I like to call, you know, what I like to say, they ooze class, you know. Riquelme, Kaká, Ronaldinho, those kind of players, basically the slow players, you know. But I wait to see this. I tried to take his player out there, and he ends up scoring a ridiculous back heel. Now I've never scored one of these myself. I know this is the first time anyone's ever scored one against me, and to be fair, it looked absolutely class. If you're going to concede goals, then that is a way to concede it, you know. That was absolutely deadly looking. But I just want to say, as it is the final day of 2013, I just want to thank everyone and anyone who's ever watched me videos this year. I've kind of taken my channel to a new level, kind of. You know, I wasn't uploading regularly in the first half of the year, and then I think it was towards the end of June I started uploading regularly, and the support has been class. So I just want to say thanks for that. And look at that clearance in the final minute of the game. That was literally the final touch of the game. Unbelievable stuff. But anyway, thank you to anyone who's watching my videos. The support is absolutely class, and hopefully we can keep going in 2014. And I hope you have had a great year too. And if you haven't, then I hope you have a much better 2014. You know, so bring on the new year, as I like to say. But anyway, we go into the fourth game of the episode here, and we're up against a Bundesliga team. And when you see teams like this, you go, "Holy mother of shite!" But I'm using my new hybrid team, and this is a true test to see really how good they are. And we get quite lucky in the end. But to be honest, Eder should have scored. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he probably should have scored, you know. But he makes up for that with this. I don't know why he was bringing his keeper off the line. You know, I love to chip a ball. What are you bringing a keeper off the line for? You're just teasing me. So I punished him there. And Nani, I find I get very lucky with skills with Nani, and like I didn't even mean to do that. So it was a little bit of a messy move, but we break through, and it's a nice save from his keeper there. But as you can see, I've been pretty clinical this game. 3 shots, 2 goals, and that is what you want, you know. Now here's more lucky skill from Nani. Wait, this is ridiculously lucky actually. Have a look at this. So we try and do a drag back fake. I fall over, the ball falls to me, and then a breakthrough and make it 3-0. And I could tell my opponent was getting pretty frustrated as well. He was, you know, jumping into tackles and all that stuff, which made it more fun for me, to be honest. Breakthrough here, and beautiful finish from Nani. This is Neuer in goals as well, and he's usually a keeper that saves absolutely everything, so I was delighted with that. And you know, the final nail in the coffin, you know, beautiful work there from Danny, and Axel Witsel with a super chipped finish as well. I mean, this team, it's very strong. I didn't start off strong with it, but it usually takes a game or two to properly get used to how the team will play together and all that. And 5-0, I think it's a fairly good win, you know. But now we've got one game to go, and if we win that game, we win Division 2. And oh, Jesus Christ, lads, it's a little bit exciting, but we're using our Brazilian team. Like I said earlier, it is the go-to team. And the team you come up against now is a Serie A side. It's quite a strong-looking team. He's got Di Natale, Balotelli, El Shaarawy, Cuadrado on the wings. So it's a lot of pace and strength in there. And against a strong team like this, the last thing you want to do is concede straight away. So I decided that I'd concede straight away. No, I was acting the fool at the back there. I should have just, you know, it's a stupid goal to give away. But we break through here with Hernandez. So poor enough effort, but the header to pass back to Kaká was beautiful, and unfortunately Kaká couldn't finish it off and put it into the top corner. If he did, I would have had a one-man tug of war. I would have been oiling me pogo stick, all those dirty kind of references. But this is a bit of a mental goal. This counted as an own goal, even though the original shot would have been on target. I'll take that, you know, I'll take it. It's 1-1, and like I said, you don't want to concede straight away in the game, and you don't want to concede right before half-time. So I decided to do both. It's a bit like Ireland in the Euros recently. That's what we did against Croatia. We conceded straight away, and we conceded right before half-time. So we were absolutely bollocks. But look at this bullshit. Miranda, now it was his fault for the first goal, and it was definitely his fault for the third goal. So it was two little bullshitty goals in there that were avoidable. But you know what, it doesn't matter. We do get promoted at the end of the day, and we're going into Division 1, and I'm absolutely shitting myself. We got 10,400 coins, which is absolutely class. But anyway, lads, just enjoy the rest of your year. Yeah, that's right. And hopefully I'll talk to you soon. And yeah, enjoy 2014. Good luck.